sorry, but I must interrupt this show. You know what it is? Hey, Ham, it's time, baby. Low, it's time how we do. Hey. They said we said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said we go. We say that you heard right. 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 They said we said we in. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said we go. We say that you heard right. 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 I swear that it's imminent. I've been going so hard on my penmanship. About to go in and buy me a wheel. And I pull that shit fresh off the dealership. I can leave you in red like an Xbox. Got me laughing at you like you red fox. Got you chasing Hot Wheels like a matchbox. EA running the game and it don't stop. Super cold like I'm playing for Blizzard. Got you all in my sights like Red Dead Redemption. Never gonna slip on my pimpin'. Better get out my way, bitch, I'm on a mission. Really ain't no competition. I'm steady grilling opposition. I'm get up and ready to win. They can play it how they play, but fuck what you say. I'm getting this money today. Last of us like a dying breed. Down the ride like a noble steed. Fatality moves, I make it bleed. That's on any game, that's on any screen. Shut up and give me your money. They said we so lit. Even if I take an L, we coming back just to show that we don't quit. They said we hit. They said we on. They said we strong. They said we
All right. Hold up. We got about 25 people up in this joint. Y'all hit that like button, share it out, let people know that we are live here on the TSWS Gaming YouTube channel here with special guest J-Rock.
Yes,
brother.
Sir.
Yeah. Please go on ahead and spit your bars. Let everybody know where they can find you from the jump so we can go on ahead and get into this, into these damn topics. It's been a wild week.
First and foremost, it's good to be back in the building, back in your channel, Ham. Greatly appreciate the invite. It was short notice, but I'm here for you. Listen, the Gremlins already know where to find me on Twitter or X, breaking hooves and having fun.
This man said breaking hooves. Oh, man. And congratulations, J-Rock, on being awarded the most interesting man on the site for Xbox game. And I seen that. I had to give you your flowers for that one, brother. That was dope. Congratulations.
Appreciate it, man. But, it's about the community first and foremost. I love them. They love me. So it's mutual.
Well, say what you want to say. I ain't going to hit that music on you,
No, don't do me like Jeff Keighley. No, but first and foremost, it's been a great year to be an Xbox gamer. We had a ton of games, quality games, Starfield, so on and so forth. I appreciate all you guys. I appreciate you guys coming to my game nights. Especially you, Ham. You've been to a few of them, right?
Yeah, even my wife came through,
Oh yeah, that's right. Even wifey pulled up. Yep.
Yeah.
She murked you a few times. She murked you a few times, if I remember correctly.
No lies. Absolutely.
No, but yeah, it's been a good year. Next year is gonna be even better for us. It's been a horrible year for PlayStation. We're gonna speak on that today.
Oh yeah. And as a matter of fact, the way I want to kind of kick this off is yesterday, brother, I posted that video of me and you doing that Behind Them Sticks episode that we did a little over a year ago or whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Check that out, guys. Check that out.
We were talking about how excited we were for the Bungie acquisition to actually come to fruition. Yeah. And you were like, man, I'm looking forward to seeing what they're doing with these 12 games and how Jim's going to do things. I want you to speak on that real quick, brother, before we get through this episode.
Well, one of our main complaints, Sam, has always been the lack of first-party multiplayer games from Sony, right? We want more than... We're not saying it's bad just to have those third-person over-the-shoulder games, but we want more than just that. You know what I mean? We want to spice it up a little bit. We want to be able to jump from those single-player experiences into the multiplayer experiences. So when they acquired Bungie, we forgot about the PlayStation multiplayer curse. So we assumed this acquisition was going to be good for them. We was looking for, okay, they got Destiny. They're going to use their expertise to work on factions. It's going to be lit. We're going to have more multiplayer games. And look what happened, man. Bit us in the ass.
Yeah, I thought they were going to be bleeding us with Marathon, but instead they fighting for their life with it.
Fighting for their lives, Sam. Fighting for their lives, man.
Absolutely, Matt. I want you to go on ahead, and Cozy. You guys jump in this. What did you guys kind of think? Looking back at this year, and we seen those Bungie. We seen the Bungie acquisition go through, and we had our, we had our heads held high for Sony in multiplayer, or at least me and Matt did. I don't know how Cozy felt on it. So actually, I'm gonna go to you, Cozy, first, because I want to hear what you kind of think about this whole situation. And do you think they're actually going to be pumping out some live service games to make it worth a damn or not?
I honestly think the thing is, and I've said this before multiple times, if you looked at their numbers compared to like how many people were actually using PlayStation Plus, their numbers were very low for how many people were actually, the percentage of people that actually engage with it. So it was like how to get people to engage with more than what they are. The problem is Sony isn't, Nintendo. And by that, I mean, Nintendo can get, millions of their players to get together and play Splatoon. Sony is operating with the same people that, Microsoft is operating with, that the PC crowd is operating with. So as cool as it was to be like, oh yeah, that can do something, I think the problem was as soon as it was like, oh, Bungie isn't, stuck on their platform, it creates a problem where they can't get, if that the multiplayer games are available elsewhere, why would you bother with just playing it on a PlayStation? And the people that are already there are already playing these games. You're not going to get more people.
Yeah.
Okay, Matt, go ahead and speak.
Along similar lines of what Cozy was saying, I feel like, I was excited once they got Bungie. I was excited because, like, just off the bat, Bungie needed help. Bungie severely needed help at the time of that acquisition. And J-Rock was talking about, like, we thought things would be looking up after that. Like, it was set up perfectly for things to be looking up and be getting back to the way they used to be, but it just it never happened. And I think the problem, or the reason it may have never happened, or at least not yet, is the fact that kind of what Cozy was saying, where it's like the people who are on PlayStation, specifically PlayStation, because they love PlayStation, are, if they want to play a multiplayer game, they play Call of Duty, they play Apex Legends, Fortnite, whatever, and GTA Online, insert game there. They're not there, unfortunately, they're not there to play because they love Resistance. Like that ship has sailed, sadly. Killzone, that ship has sailed, sadly. And so PlayStation's just kind of in this spot where it's like, what do we like? We have this whole idea of this whole grandiose idea of all these live service games. How the hell do we do it? Because you're looking at Factions just got canceled, and it's like that was supposed to be the big headliner, and it's like, okay, well, shit, we don't got the headliner now. Now we're scrambling. What can be the headliner? It's up to one of these other, however many, 6 to 10 games they got in the pipeline to somehow magically catch on and be the headliner. And that's a task when you're competing with time, like for Fortnite, Call of Duty, like any of these big, GTA Online, just a big time sucking game. Like, you're competing with people's time, and there's not enough of it to go around, unfortunately. So they're in a weird spot right now.
Now, Matt, let me go on and ask you, how much of this is a self-inflicted wound by Sony themselves throughout the PS4 generation? Right, it's training 100%. That user base to just expect a certain style of game from the first-party studio, and not supporting other styles of games.
it's directly on them in that aspect.
Oh, thank you so much, J Rock, for saying. But continue, Matt, because I got something to add on to that here in a minute.
Yeah, it's directly on them in that aspect, because you exactly what you said. They trained their core players. They got all these new players from the 360 because Xbox kind of fumbled with the Xbox One thing. So they got all these players from their PS3 days and then all the players from the 360, and they just trained them to expect, hey, this is the kind of game we make. That's the kind of game you're going to get. And then now that's all we seem to care about. And they're just in a position now where they got to make you somehow care about the other thing now. And that's not going to be easy.
Yeah, absolutely. And just to add on to that, it's just like, I love using my sports analogies, right? Think about it. Like the Seahawks, for instance, football. Let's use football because I love using football. If a team's known to be a run-first team, and then they all of a sudden decide to switch up and say, hey, we're just airing it out all the time, you're probably not going to be that great. You're probably not going to be that great because you're switching your identity. You might surprise some folks and whatnot, have some stuff that, people didn't see coming or whatnot. But the people that, know how to actually do that stuff will always shine better than you because that's not your game. That's not how you that's not how you do stuff. That's not how you regularly get down. So they trained, us fans of PlayStation first party games to love single player over the shoulder narrative games. To where now that's what their studios know how to cook, but they've been so kind of ignorant to multiplayer for so long that now when they try to do it, it's like trying to ride a bike when you didn't really understand how to do it in the first place.
Especially if you're trying to do it mid-season.
Yeah,
and they're trying to do it mid-season, right? This is basically like the middle of the generation where they're trying to switch over to games as a service, because beginning of the generation, they were still doing what everybody it was a continuation from the PS4 era, really.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But let's go and get into the topics today. And for this first topic, I'm actually going to hand it over to Matt to go on ahead and get us kicked off for it, because what we got to talk about right now is the evolution that is Starfield in the coming year. So can you go on ahead and talk about some of the stuff that's going to be coming out for 2024 and Starfield in particular?
So we got a Reddit post here from the official Bethesda Game Studios Reddit for Starfield, and it says, as the year draws to a close, we want to say thank you from the whole team for all the time you spent in Starfield and all the passion you have for the game. In 2024, we'll be updating roughly every 6 weeks, which is pretty crazy. Starting with our next major update in February, here's some of what we have planned on top of regular bug fixes and quality of life improvements. City maps, you've got new ways to travel, new ways to customize your ships, new gameplay options to further adjust difficulty, official mod support with the launch of creations, and then our first story expansion, Shattered Space. And that is coming. That's the highlights of 2024 for Starfield, on top of general fixes. And that's a good amount of stuff. I know people are excited for city maps. I'm interested to see what they mean by new ways to travel or traverse. I'm really interested to see what they mean by that, because I know that's a complaint you have, Ham, and a lot of people have.
Absolutely.
Is you can explore in that game, but God, exploring especially on a full planet, it's time consuming without anything, with nothing but just your feet. It's time consuming as hell.
Yeah, my feet hurt just playing that goddamn game. It's like, man, it's a lot of fun, and I get into the loop of it. But after about like the third or fourth hour, I'm just like, do I really want to run around this planet?
Yeah.
But I want to pass it over first to probably the person that has the most time in Starfield right now, Miss Cozy Beluga. What's cracking with you? Let us know how you're feeling about this update. I know that you've been playing Starfield like a psychopath. So go on ahead and tell us what you're because I'm sure you've seen some of this.
Yeah, I've seen the notes and stuff like that. I as soon as I read that post, I was like, yes. I've been waiting for it. I am glad to see that they are just going to continue throwing updates at us, giving us more. I know this is a game that I'm going to be playing for years to come. So seeing that them putting out there, despite how much hate this game has received, just general people just attacking this game, that they're just like, no, we're still working on it. I'm excited. I do, because a lot of the stuff that they're talking about are things that I agree with. As much as I've been to every city, I still find myself being like, I don't even know where this place is. I swear it was right down that way, and it's not. So I think maps would help with a lot with that. New ways to traverse. I'm excited by what they mean for that with ways to traverse. I hope it's something exciting and adds a new dynamic to the game. Yeah, everything. It's just gonna be so good.
Yep, and I just want to hit a couple of these super chats before we continue and before I ask Brother J Rock what's going on with all the hooved hate when it comes to Starfield. But let me go on ahead to the Longhouse Gaming Podcast. Shout out to the Black Viking out there doing his damn thing. I see you on your come up. Good job, brother. Keep pushing. Do your thing. You came out the box phenomenal. So let me go on ahead and read this super chat. He says, I just want to say what's Gucci. Love y'all. Heart Black Viking. That's what's up, brother. Thank you so much for stopping through, checking this out this evening. And then also, we got your baby Farva right here.
Woohoo!
Blessing us, saying blessing and happy holidays, fellas and fellettes, I guess. because Cozy ain't no fella. But phenomenal. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, he's dropped another super chat saying blessing Cozy Blue.
Thank you.
So he didn't forget about you.
Matter of fact, he made another super chat just for her.
Yeah, right? Just for her. Much appreciated, Farva. I appreciate that so much. But J Rock, I gotta ask you now, like, what's the deal with people like the Red Dragon out here needing Starfield to not do well and being proven over and over and over that he's capped?
Well, listen, as for the Red Dragon, he needs it to not do well because he switched sides. So he wants to, be right. He wants to be cheering on the winning team. So I understand where they come from, him, MBG, and those kind of former Xbox guys. I understand where they're coming from. But yeah. Listen, it's like that girl you want. You've been fiending for. You thinking she's going to the prom with you. Turns around and goes with the ops. And you see them there dancing, bachata, salsa, getting down, dirty. They're already 18, so after the prom, they're about to hit up some other places and do some other things. And you're like, God damn, I'm down bad. That's the situation with the Hoof brothers. That's where they find themselves at. They don't have a game like Starfield. They're out here playing remakes and remasters and paying for them. Listen. I want to feel bad for them, but at the same time, I can't, man. I can't be fake. I have no sympathy for them. I enjoy the tears. I enjoy the salt flowing. I can't be fake. I can't be like these journalists out here with fake compassion tweets.
Oh.
Yeah. And grandstanding and getting on my soapbox and kumbaya. I can't do that, man. It's not how I feel. I expect it. I know where they're coming from. And I'm just here to say it's only going to get worse next year.
But
so prepare yourselves.
It's not. I don't know. It's they've given you so many access points. That's what I don't get. It's not like you have to, go out there and be like, drop $500 on a Series X to play the game, to experience any of the games that they're coming out with. Which is what I don't get. I am cheap. If I have a PC, I don't have a Series X. My PC isn't even the greatest PC, but it can play a game, and I'm like, yeah. If it doesn't, I would just run to the cloud.
Cozy, we talking about individuals that will stop playing games if they find out it's on Game Pass day one. That's the type of people we talking about here.
That is a bad place to be.
He ain't lying because it's supposed to be fodder, even though some of their favorite games ended up on there.
I've seen people cancel Persona pre-orders because they found out it was going to be on Game Pass.
Oh shit!
That's just a sickness.
Yeah, that's a mental problem. That's a mental problem, is all that is.
Well, Sapo out here coming out with the absolute disrespect, saying, I heard Spider-Man 2 is getting DLC'd. It's called Shattered Hope.
Jesus.
My goodness, that was sad.
That's unfortunate.
Right. But anyways, kind of continuing on through it, what are some of the things that you're excited about with this DLC, J-Rock?
Well, what's most exciting is just seeing them continuously support this game. They're not going to abandon it like other companies do, other projects like Factions. It's going to be supported for the long haul. That's what we expect from Bethesda and that team over there. I'm interested to see what kind of traversal it's going to be. Hopefully, it's not no goddamn Mass Effect Mako kind of thing.
No.
Oh yeah.
Some janky ass controllers. No, hopefully it's nothing like that. So I'm interested in seeing what they do. I'm interested to see any story DLC in the future for next year. That's what really has me excited. How they're gonna damn, I don't want to ruin it. Probably some people didn't get the ending, but how they could play into the damn, how can I say this without ruining it? I guess multiverses kind of multiverse play. I would just say that. That's what I'm interested in seeing.
That's a safe take right there from an unsafe person. Jeremy Brown out here saying that bird's spitting in the background and doing the damn thing. But anyways, so this is pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to it. New ways to travel, like Matt said earlier, I'm super excited about because that whole feet hurting, real shit. Like taking too long to get and having the feel like that I need to have amp on me at all time is kind of annoying.
Yeah. It's like basically a necessity. You need it.
Right. Because things be like 2,000, 3,000 meters away or whatnot. And nah. It's just it's a little frustrating, especially after you beat the game as many times as I beat it. It's like I'm all set on all that. But anyways, moving on. I want to get to the next topic because I'm not trying to do this podcast crazy long. We already been here about 23 minutes. I'm trying to be here for about no more than an hour and a half. So to kind of kick over to the next topic I wanted to talk about, which is something hella interesting, Mr. Jim Ryan out here leaving with the bag. I want to go to Mr. Matt likes games on this one. I was going to say J-Rock, but I'm going to save him for last on this one. I'm going to save him for last.
Man, I mean, what can you say about like I remember we were in the middle of a show. Was it last week's show where it also came out
Tuesday.
that Tuesday? Oh, you guys. Oh yeah, I was on. Oh my god, I was on there with you guys, and it came out that he took out like 45,000.
Yeah,
was that correct?
Yeah, 45,000 shares.
My God, dude. And he's on his way out. Regardless, he's already on his way out, and he's cashing out like that. It's not a good look. It doesn't inspire much confidence in whatever Sony's got cooking for 2024. It makes me a little bit nervous for what they got cooking in 2024. Because that's not a good move. That's not a good move.
All right, Matt. I'm gonna kind of swing the question a little bit. How do you think the confidence is in the building at PlayStation after not just seeing, the Jim Ryan leaving and Insomniac leaks, but also, factions having their troubles, them canceling. Now I believe it's 7 out of the 12 or whatever live service games that they were planning on doing.
Yeah. I mean, morale has to be at an all-time low at Sony right now. Like can't remember the last time. You could say maybe the beginning of the PS3 generation. I don't remember the last time Sony was this looked this bad. I can't think of it. It has to be at an all-time low. Like you're seeing the dude who's leading your division cashing out on shares right before he's leaving you. So like he's already leaving you. He's cashing out on shares. Insomniac gets hacked. You're talking about Wolverine, like everything from now until 2033 for Insomniac. And then on top of that, Last of Us Factions gets canceled, even though we kind of already figured that was going to happen. But it's just, and then all the things about like PlayStation being, we'll say, concerned about how Microsoft is approaching its business and then what it means for their business. It's, dude, it doesn't look good. I can't imagine the morale at Sony right now. It's got to be bad.
All right, same for you, Cozy.
In a similar way, but it also makes me feel like, everyone was talking about how he was handling things, and I was like, maybe he was trying to fix the situation, and the best way he knew how. And I'm like, the more that after those leaks, I'm like thinking along those lines. Like he was doing what he thought was like the best option, and then he got kind of forced. His hand got forced. So yeah, it's not a good look, but he also could have just cashed out, because some people, that's what they do. They're like, I'm done. I got enough to settle and run off for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, even the bird is spitting bars.
So J-Rock, I'm gonna kind of go off of what Cozy said right there when I hand it to you, because I'm sure you've seen that graph, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you've seen that graph and you're like, oh, you skated.
Oh yeah. Jimmy the Bagman, Jimmy the Bagman Ryan.
Oh, come on.
Hey, at first I didn't like Jimmy, but the way he operating out here, he a real gangster. Yeah, man. That man said, don't worry, I got my payback for that dry ass dog biscuit you gave me on my way out. Can't even put my face in the center of it, just off to the side, all slapped up. Come on, man. Don't worry, I got you. I got you. It's gonna be enough. Hey, no, I think Cozy's right. Maybe we was a little too harsh on Jimmy. Maybe he has the paperwork. He saw the numbers. He was like, man, they gave me this. We need to right the ship. We can't support doing these AAA bangers at this rate and all these bundles and Marvel taking all these cuts and royalties, and we out here with pennies. You see the profits, which really matters at the end of the day. They're down. So he's like, listen, we got to do our own thing. He tried to do he was sounding like Phil Spencer out there. We got to do our own thing. We got to stop depending on third parties so much and licensed IPs and time exclusive. He was taking the playbook out of Phil Spencer. But it seems the head of Sony conglomerate was like, nah, listen, we want to go back to doing the old ways of things. And well, Jimmy said, well, the old ways ain't gonna work in this new world. You gotta evolve or die. And seems like Sony is like, fuck it, we die. So he's like, all right, I'll take my shares and I'll take this dry ass cookie. I'm out. So yeah, man, Jimmy's a smart guy. He's a business guy. He's been there long enough. He probably saw the writing on the wall, like we said. So shout outs to Jimmy, man. We're really gonna see the results of his departure soon enough. These people, this new CFO that's taking over, I think he's gonna shut down all this expenditure, needless spending. So everybody got to start preparing themselves over there at the Sony camp. But as for the Xbox Nation, we good. We got Call of Duty. We got a bunch of games as a service supporting us over here. So we can maintain it. It's not the case on the other side. So we're gonna be fine. They're gonna go through their rough patch. 2024 is looking dire. And that's pretty much all I gotta say here.
Oh. Ham?
We lost your sound.
Well, Ham, you muted. I guess
sorry,
Ham has
sorry.
to continue
Sorry about
well,
that.
Ham, since you want me to. Okay, there you go.
No. My bad. So yeah, I was just saying the way that he left, just the way that the whole thing looks, right? It's like the building is literally falling down, and the smoke, dissipates, and you just see one man walking away from it.
That's it.
And that's just that's literally what it looks like right now. It's looking decrepit.
And the media's trying to damage control. Oh, but they're selling like the consoles are selling like hotcakes. Okay, but
he's looking like the Joker after he blew up the hospital in Dark Knight.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Facts.
Exactly. But shout out to Buck with the $5 super chat. And by the way, you guys, we're sharing this live on YouTube, but I have it over on Twitter as well. We got several people watching over there. Come through, check out this channel. I have all sorts of different type of content. This isn't the first time J-Rock's been on. He's actually been on a few different episodes, and I've interviewed him on Behind Them Sticks episode.
I've been on like 3-4 times.
Where he's actually on camera for that episode. Very first time he's ever was on camera, and he came over.
Was on your show.
Do the damn thing. I thought that was dope.
Facts.
Much appreciated. So you guys come on through, hit that like button, subscribe. We're gonna be getting much more insane content as the as 2024 shows its face and whatnot.
Now, Ham, let me go and ask you this, right? The way the optics are looking right now for this year, right? Does it look like Sony's really the market leader?
I mean, there's a lot of different and see, there's a lot of different there's a lot of different stats out here, and everybody is using console sales as like almost the only statistic. And that's
the only one they have.
What you were saying earlier, that's the old way of looking at it, right? You look at the revenue versus profit, and Microsoft's already winning in some of them areas, many of those areas. So tide could be turning a little bit. I'm still going to say Sony's up there right now. But right now, they're up there in the sense of, man, you're in the pit because your engine is, looking a little funny.
But it's 50 million consoles sold, brother. But it's still late.
You blew a gasket, and Microsoft's only a few laps behind you, right? But you got a lot of work to do to get back on that track.
We got 50 million consoles sold, but we have to let you guys go. We got 50 million consoles sold, but we got to cancel projects. We got 50 million consoles sold, but we got to increase the price of PlayStation Plus. We got 50 million consoles sold, but PSVR is a flop. We got 50 million consoles sold, but we can't give you a multiplayer game. We got 50 million consoles sold, but we got to start changing these old pillars.
Yeah. I mean, you bring that to an attention to, people that are, overjoyous of their, pride for PlayStation, and it's just they don't want to see it.
Hey man, tell you gotta ask the opinion of those that were laid off what they think about those 50 million consoles sold.
Yeah.
Oh shit, you wrong for that. But anyway, let me go ahead and read this super chat from Buck because, oh man, J-Rock is getting mad messy. See, this is why he got the crown on Twitter. This is why he got the crown for the Xbox guy on Twitter, man. This man ain't no joke. But anyways, Buck says, what a crazy year. Microsoft bought ABK and Ponies wishing the FTC had blocked the Bungie acquisition. What? Wow, that's crazy. You said, what will 2024 bring for Xbox? Interesting. Well, I mean, it's looking pretty damn stacked. And see, I want to hear what Matt, and I'm going to go through the panel as well on this one, then Cozy and J-Rock, but I want to hear what you think when you hear, oh yeah, Xbox has this stuff, but there's no dates for none of it. So do you have it?
I mean, yeah, we have it more than Sony has it. Because we don't even know a year. We don't know the exact date for Hellblade. We don't even know the year for Wolverine. Like, it's rumored 2024, but then you also heard in that week, oh, it's 2026, and then they come out today with the Insomniac on their official Twitter page, and they're like, yeah, that game's in early production. It's like, is that really 2024 then? I don't know. But I mean, Hellblade's 2024, Avowed's 2024, Towerborn's 2024. It's probably more stuff in that we don't know about. Third-party stuff is 2024. That's going everywhere. It's like
talking about South of Midnight.
Yeah. South of Midnight also rumored 2024. So I at least we know, hey, we can probably expect this in 2024. There's nothing, we don't know anything like that on Sony's side. We don't know nothing like that. And that's why I don't understand anybody who's nitpicking at dates and stuff. It's like, dude, I mean, we're excited because we have a reason to be excited. That's it.
Absolutely. And then Cozy, you have, you're working on a little thing on your own, a few different things. You got, the comic book thing that you're working on. You got the little game thing that you're taking your time with and whatnot. When you see that people are kind of downplaying 2024 for Xbox, seeing that, they said, hey, look out for this in 2024, look out for that 2024. Hellblade didn't have a date, just said 2024. Do you have faith that they're going to deliver, seeing that they have had some situations where they get a little excited and tell us something when we don't actually end up getting it, kind of like Starfield and Redfall the prior year? What do you think with this coming through?
I'm actually a skeptic of the 2024 with this with a few asterisks though. So I'm skeptic. I admit I'm not, but I'm also not someone who's super Xbox champion. I just happen to enjoy. But to their credit, I think they have some incredible studios that have put out incredible. You can't deny, for example, with Avowed, Obsidian, hard working. They have, even if they don't have, that, they've had something to show. They've always had something to show. So I have a lot of faith in some of the studios that they have because I've seen what they've been doing. And I think that's the thing, when you're just quiet and you might be quietly working on something, but when you have no updates, we have no word, it feels like nothing.
All right.
And even I was going to say hard on even though I feel like that, I mean, I'm waiting for things like Clockwork Revolution, and I know that wasn't 2024, but at least they give us entertaining videos in the meantime.
All right, fair enough. J-Rock, now I gotta ask you, brother. I gotta ask you a little differently, because you something else out here.
But Ham, before you even ask me, get some of them super chats because your chat is wilding out right now.
Bro, I
need a stimulus package.
I need to scroll down.
I need a stimulus check.
Man, I'm over here.
Man,
I ain't gonna lie.
They down bad, guys. They down
differently
bad
today.
Yeah, they down bad.
Differently right now. See, it's because you just recently got your crown and you coming over here and blessing us with your presence, and these people are jumping.
Hey,
So
that
let me
chat
go
is
ahead and go to.
hey, they got me in tears in the chat right now.
Let's go to your baby father right here with the $5 super chat saying, first time watching, definitely not my last. Just sub. J-Rock, hurry up and launch that channel, family. All right, that's what's
Thanks,
up. I
bro.
appreciate earning your subscription. I appreciate that so much. And then you already super chatting off the rip, just getting here. That's what's up, man. I appreciate that. Rain G4, what's cracking? Good to see you back here with the 199 super chat saying, Jim, get the bag, Ryan.
Jimmy Bag Ryans. That's what we call him.
Damn, Jimmy Bag Ryan. And then lastly on the super chats, I got a Sir X Man with the $2 super chat saying Sony first gaming company to get government bailout.
Hey, Almadas, put Sir X-Man on timeout for that. He violated right there.
That's wrong.
Got a stimulus check.
You ain't lying. These folks out here in this chat is wild and absolutely. But I gotta ask you now, J-Rock. Now that we've got through all those super chats and whatnot, I'm wondering, why do you think exactly do people feel the need to downplay 2024 for Xbox? Do you think it's strictly out of jealousy, or do you think they really believe that Xbox cannot remain consistent?
They have no choice, man. What they gonna do? They have no choice, man. What do they got a date for factions? I mean,
come on, man.
So some of them have factions for 2024. Listen, I got I have the receipts, Ham. I got the receipts. Listen, some of them said factions 2024. Don't come up in this chat and lie now. So listen, don't worry about what we doing over here. Worry about what's going on over there. You have no dates for factions is canceled now. You have no dates for some of those CGI trailers you got in the showcase.
I'm still trying to taste them yams.
Yeah, man. Where's Stellar Blade? I thought it was coming out this year, and they worried about Xbox next year. They're missing games that were promised to them this year. What the hell going on? What are we doing out here? In the meantime, listen, don't focus on Xbox. Go on and play Call of Duty and keep supporting that Xbox first party title like you do. Don't worry about us. We good. We Gucci. We gonna get the Stalker. We're gonna get other first party titles from Xbox. We good. You're gonna have Final Fantasy, and we're gonna have Capcom come out and talk about how they're disappointed in sales once again. So prepare yourself for that. In the meantime, we chilling over here. We got multiplayer games. We got first party bangers coming. We all Gucci. We got nothing to worry about. That's all I gotta say, Ham. We got nothing to worry about. That's all from jealousy. They got no other choice, Ham. You got to talk about sales, and you got no dates. That's all they have.
Man, has the door gaming coming through here saying, "Is this Xbox podcast?" No, bro. It's just the way the dominoes fell. Because if this was the other way around, where Xbox was tripping, I mean, last year on this channel, I was pissed about Starfield. I was pissed about.
I remember that.
I was giving them the business. So sorry, the weather changed, brother.
Hey,
the weather has changed.
Yeah, let's keep it a buck. We got to go back and analyze some of the things that happened, right? If GT7, Ragnarok, and Forbidden West weren't delayed and launched in 2021, what was Sony's plan roadmap looking like for 2002, 2003, 2023? I mean, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. We're hearing Wolverine 2026. Like, what are they doing? Like, they want us to worry about dates? Bro, if your games weren't delayed from 2021 to 2022, you wouldn't be having anything, period, outside of Spider-Man.
No, absolutely. And I've been like a stark advocator for each console, or at least between PlayStation and Xbox, they've been going back and forth every year. 2020, PlayStation. 2021, Xbox. 2022, PlayStation. 2023, Xbox. To me, the whole thing was who was going to do it consecutively.
Yeah.
And you can't, I mean, I know Hazardor ain't coming in here malicious by no means or whatnot. He's been here before. And it's good to see him here back here again. But let's just call a spade a spade. Like, Xbox is the only one looking out of those two. Xbox is the only one looking like they're going to be consistent onto the next year. For the first time this generation, someone's going to have a consecutive year of consistency, while we're over here wondering what's even dropping first party for PlayStation in 2024, and you only had one game in 2023 that came out. It was a good game. It was a good game to me. I 100%ed Spider-Man 2. I thought it was a good time, but I'm already done with it. And they're talking about New Game Plus, but that's not until next year. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna keep that game downloaded if there's nothing to do for another, for a few more months. God of War, that was intriguing. I applauded Sony for finally not trying to charge us for every single thing. They finally gave us something without having to spend an extra few dollars in that whole Ragnarok Valhalla DLC. I've heard nothing but great things about it. I personally haven't played it yet, but I'm going to be downloading that and getting down on that, because really that's the only thing I can really get down on my PlayStation. That's first party. But as for Xbox, it's like, they just dropped some winter update, I believe, for Halo. Is that right?
Yeah. Yep. It's fantastic too.
I just got their winter
Activision
update.
Blizzard thing, which they have said that they're going to be adding games into Game Pass from Activision starting in 2024. That's to look forward to. Starfield, we just got done talking about. That's to look forward to. Developer Direct, possibly South of Midnight. That's to look forward to. Like, that's just the tip of the iceberg. So this isn't that I'm saying, this is only Xbox podcast by any means. It's just, that's all that there is to talk about. What the fuck am I going to talk about for PlayStation right now?
Listen, Hammond, it's not only you. You got people like Colin Moriarty out there asking the same questions. He stopped capping. He's like, listen, it's about time you got to start talking. What is going on?
And I actually was stoked about that. I posted that video. I think I don't remember if it was you or somebody had a video of him asking, like, what the heck is going on over at PlayStation? I was like, coming from the dude that I literally screen capped, Colin, on ILP that day, where he was like, what's the big deal? Like, third parties just fine, right? I mean, I'm kind of
right. He said, "What does it matter if a game is exclusive or not?"
What it was.
Right. He's right. It doesn't matter if a game is exclusive or not. Just enjoy the game. But you see that capping only took him so long. A few months after that, now we see his true feelings. He's concerned as well.
Oh yeah, you're seeing all sorts of concerned fans. MBG is saying, we ain't got money like that now. That's interesting.
They live in paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah. That was your post on MBG earlier, man. Goddamn. But Rain G4 with another $5 super chat saying Sony will be making an Usher confession album. Let it burn. Let it burn. God damn, man, this chat is ruthless this evening. But anyways, oh boy.
Hey, Rain G4, you wrong for that one.
Yeah,
wrong for that one. You see how Usher be doing these women, these husbands' wives in these concerts? Don't do that. Just causing divorces up in here.
All right, well, let's go on ahead and head to the next one, because the next one actually has to do with Wolverine, and we're not going to get too far into the leaks because we did all of that stuff on
Ham. Are you really going to report on stolen? I'm messing with you.
What you doing? What you doing?
Are you really gonna report on this, Ham?
I'm just reporting on something that I found extremely
Where
interesting.
are your morals, sir? And your concern. Let's talk about the human element here first and foremost.
Oh,
Ham,
well, for sure. Let's talk about that real quick. How do you feel about hearing? And I'm talking to you specifically, J Rock. How do you feel with Greg Miller and some of these other people out here defending, not talking about leaks and stuff like that when they've been caught red-handed doing the exact thing?
Listen, like I said in one of my posts, I feel every studio, in order to prevent outlets reporting on their leaks, should have them in the video games, just like they had Greg Miller. See that it paid off for Insomniac that one of the major outlets failed to report, refused to report, do their jobs, all because we could take a little selfie with Spider-Man, with him and another kind of funny cast member in the video game. This is the journalistic integrity we have to deal with nowadays.
Man,
it's a damn shame.
Come on, man. You saying people need to get paid by these devs so they can get some hush money?
Hush money.
That makes sense.
You see, we saw it. We saw it live and direct. Are we lying? Chat, am I lying? We saw it live and direct. Man said we're not reporting on it. We're not reporting on it. Put a thumbs up in the chat if you agree. We saw it live and direct. Man said we're not reporting on it. We came with all these excuses. It's about the human element. It's about personal. Come on, man. Ain't nobody posted up no social security numbers or bank accounts. And come on, ain't nobody do none of that. Stop the cap.
Yeah.
There's things you could report on and things you could just leave out. Come on now. Well, what are we doing out here?
Yeah.
When it was Capcom, they had no problem doing it. It was personal information on that. They did a whole damn show about it. When it was GTA and it was personal information on those types of leaks as well. It was the biggest leak ever. He was happy, giggling. Now this man over here all depressed. Why? Because they put you in the game? Come on now. Stop it.
Yeah, talk about it. And actually, I wanted to give a little kudos to RGT out here. He had a video just the other day. I think it was yesterday, actually. And he was calling out, some of the people saying, like, and I feel similar to him. It's like, I don't hate any of these people. I don't know them. So, like, hating them would be pointless. Right. So, but at the same time, it's kind of like you got to call out a spade when you see it. And when and RGT was saying, like, how are we going to care so much now when you clearly had no care at all when it wasn't somebody that you were paid by or somebody that actually put you into the game or something like that. So I just wanted to give him his flowers real quick. I'm not trying to go through and talk about his whole video or whatnot, but I just thought that was pretty cool to see. And because it's not just because now it's getting to the point where it's not just Xbox fans seeing bias. It is just fans of gaming that are like, hold on a second, you falling on the sword for something that you had no problem ripping other people apart for. So that shit is spreading, and it's just mad interesting, in my opinion. Shout out to Hazardor Gaming. He came through saying, I will post everything on Insomniac. Don't give a fuck. Same folks were fine when I posted about Capcom or live from FTC leaks for Microsoft. It was funny. I had comments in my thread calling me journalist cunt. Oh shit.
Damn.
And the excuses I was reading that reporting on this will incite similar hacks. I was like, what? Bro, they're gonna hack. Hackers are gonna hack regardless.
Yeah, hackers gonna hack.
You think failing to report on it is gonna stop people from? Come on now, stop it. Stop. You can't believe that.
It takes a 2-second search. It takes a 2-second search on on Twitter, just type in hacked or ransomware. You'll see a list of different companies. You won't just see Insomniac. You'll see all these different companies getting hacked. It is not just
Ham. I guess news outlets should stop reporting on crime, because reporting on it will incite more crime.
It will. Science.
Man,
come on now.
All right, cozy. What you think about this?
You see the hypocrisy. Either it's good or it's bad. You know, and it's like the one thing. It's like basically like, oh, suddenly now, like, oh, well, you did the other ones, and it's like, you know, then people, you know, who are in that same corner saying, well, you know, now he realizes it's morally wrong and all other sorts of nonsense. Like, oh, come on, shut up, go somewhere. I'm fine with it. I don't appreciate, you know, personal information leaks. I think though that this just shows you some of these companies need to up their security. How much money are they making? Up your security.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, because how many times are you gonna get messed with by other people? And Nintendo seems fine, Xbox seems fine, but you just keep getting hacked.
Nintendo did have a situation, but
everybody has a situation. But how? But the difference to me is like, how often is this happening?
It's a few times.
Are you known for being the one to get hacked? And right now they are. Right now they are known for having security issues.
It's all the duct tape.
But before I get to this these next couple of super chats, I'm gonna ask you, Matt, what do you think about all this, brother?
I mean, you guys kind of said they need to figure out something. Like, it's a few times this year that this has happened, and like, as far as the whole Greg Miller, are you talking about the Greg Miller aspect of this?
Yeah, more or less the Greg Miller, and then just general people falling on the sword, you know.
Yeah, it's silly. It's silly. Like, I'd still think it's silly, but I'd have a lot more respect for Greg if he just came out and said, yo, like, I really like Insomniac. I'm not going to report on this. As opposed to, oh, guys, we shouldn't be doing this because this is bad. It's not respectful. It's like, dude, didn't Xbox just have a massive leak that, like, literally everybody reported on? Capcom, you guys talked about. I mean, Rockstar last year getting, like, a stupid amount of GTA stuff leaked.
Literally, the headline of IGN was ransomware attack. And people in like a teen, you know, taking taking the information off of an Amazon Fire Stick, and people, you know, getting having their personal information out there into the water.
Yeah, it's like, I don't understand the moral high ground that they think they're on by not reporting on news. Like, I get it if you don't want, like, if there's spoilers and shit and you don't want to, like, hey, here's the spoiler. Like, I get that. Not wrong with that. I agree with that. But, like, just the idea that you're not going to report that, hey, this happened, because it's disrespectful.
You think Ian Rappaport ain't going to report on a leak on some sports news?
Yeah, dude. Anybody that gets their hands on anything, especially in sports, like, if they hear any inkling of it and they can confirm it, it's out ASAP. Like, they don't hold it at all. So it's just weird that in this space, on this specific occasion, we're just like, no, guys, we can't do that. Got to show some respect. It's like, it's not disrespectful or respectful. It's the news.
It's your job as a reporter.
Yeah. And literally nobody, and I mean nobody with an exclamation point right at the end of it. Nobody is talking about the information of the developers. Nobody.
Nobody's going over that.
Nobody's talking about that. Nobody's showing that stuff out. The only thing that they're showing off is the game.
Yep.
Right,
That's all that
and the
anybody
inner
really cares
workings
about.
of the business, of the gaming business. That's all. The contracts and stuff like that. How much they paid, how much they gotta pay.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. But let's go ahead and move on because we're down to the last like 25, 30 minutes of the show, and I wanted to go on ahead. Oh yeah, and I want to hit these super chats first, real quick. Shout out to Buck in the chat with another $2 super chat saying PC leak prove Wolverine date PC PS5 release.
Ooh.
I think J Rock might go as far as to say you can play it now. How does it
Yeah,
feel?
it's a Time PC exclusive right now.
Oh shit. But going on to Ashes with
Watch this.
99.99 Czar saying shout out to J Rock for always keeping it 100.
Absolutely, bro. Y'all keep me honest out here.
That's what's up. So let's go on ahead over to this Wolverine whole be resilient thing. So how resilient do you feel? And I want to hit you over the head with this first, Cozy. How resilient do you feel Insomniac is feeling after this all happens? Because I know some people were talking about, hey man, this game might need to be canceled or whatever. But Insomniac went on ahead and said, hey, we're gonna keep pushing with this game, and you know, when it comes out, and hopefully everybody enjoys and likes it. Like, what is your thought process on where they go from here after the leaks?
They keep on keeping on. It's sort of like this situation is sort of like when say you're working on a piece of art, any sort of piece of art, and someone takes it and holds it up and shows everyone. It's where it's at. It's your work in progress. You don't really have to justify anything going on because none of it's finalized. You don't really have to say a strong statement other than, "Hey, I'm still working on that," and that just lets everyone know, you know, where you stand. Um, but as far as people being like, "Oh, it's canceled," it's a rough draft essentially. Like that's all it is. Stop treating it like, "Oh, this is almost the final form, and this is how it's going to look when it comes out." Like, no.
And Ham, you missed one super chat by Jay Rambert, $2.
Where that? Oh, there it is, right there. He said Jay Rambert with the $2 super chat says, "Man, those leaks still have PlayStation fanboys in denial."
Hey Jay, you ain't lying, bro. Hey, every slide they took in, except for those few ones that were saying those pillars were old, competition is ahead of us. Those were lies. Everything else they claim was official tissue.
Yeah, I know. Everybody was on Post Up's neck about what he was posting and whatnot, saying that those are fake, those are lies. Nah, they ended up all being real. Tragic. But Matt, what do you kind of think about all this and what Cozy had to say?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question? I was checking something.
I'm just wondering like how you feel Insomniac can transition with Wolverine after these leaks had happened. And do you think that, you know, obviously they're not comfortable, but do you think they're good enough to just go on ahead and be like, you know what, we're gonna keep pushing on this. It's gonna be an epic game, even though, you know, people are already playing, you know, shitty builds of it on PC and stuff like that.
I mean, it's like, what can they really say? Like they it's one of those things. Like that's a game because we saw it over the past few days where it's like, oh, this means the game is going to be canceled. I feel like that's a game that you probably can't afford to cancel. Where you are right now with it. So it's like we kind of figured it wouldn't be canceled. It's like, what can they really say other than the whole, oh, we're going to be resilient about this. You know, they're going to try and get in front of it as much as they possibly can. Encourage people to please, like, hey, if you support us, don't play that build, please. And it's like that, like they really can't say anything else. It's what you would expect them to say. And I don't know. It's just a tough spot. It's just a tough spot where their game that they've been working on is literally out there right now.
I seen it on a Steam Deck, man.
Yeah, and it's not in the best. It's not in the best light at all.
No,
it's just it's
I'll tell you first and foremost, I don't want to play it like that. I'm good.
No, absolutely not. I have no desire to play that build. But yeah, I mean, hopefully it doesn't set them back too much, because I know there's like worries about source code and everything, and I don't really understand all of that. Maybe Cozy might more than I do. But yeah, hopefully it doesn't affect them too much, and they can get the game out within the time frame they were looking to get it out in.
Okay. Shout out to Yodani Quezada out there with the $5 super chat saying, didn't know the virtuous cycle included a cycle of releasing piecemeal games for $50 each, wringing their customers' wallets drier than their roadmap.
Damn. Oh my, hey, I might have to use that. I might have to use that.
Yikes.
Hey, what's going on with your chat, bro?
They wilding out. These people are
they got jokes on
here today.
I said, damn. Wallace is gonna be tried in the roadmaps. That's a damn shame. That's a damn shame.
I can't help but to laugh. That's some funny shit.
Yo. Ham, did you get were you able to get Bucks $5 chat? He said, Ham, the man who wanted to spend Sony out of business. Did you get that one? Is way further up.
Go ahead and read that for me, brother.
So Ham, the man who wanted to spend Sony out of business is running the Xbox studio. Bethesda and all ABK. Gonna be a glorious 2024 for Xbox. Indeed it is, brother. Hey.
Yeah, I love it.
Phil Spencer's strategic.
Year.
Phil Spencer's strategic with who he placing in charge of these studios. It's gonna be fun to see.
Yeah, and what I heard, like I heard a rumor a while back, and I hope this is true. But I heard Sony's gonna be trying to lean into that old PlayStation Underground movement that they had way back in the old original PlayStation days and stuff like that. I'm trying to see some smaller games from Sony. I really am. I'm tired of these crazy big budget games. I don't need you to spend over $300 million to tell me that you have a good game. You shouldn't have to do that. That's excessive.
Bring back PS Home, and then that'd be a great game, live service game. Not game.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. But come on, I spent like hundreds of dollars on that.
Spent $315 million for Spider-Man 2, and I'm not touching it again.
Think crazy about that.
That's absolutely, talk about not sustainable. That's not sustainable. That is not sustainable at all.
You cannot have spent $300 million on a game and it's as long as Kane a Bridge of Spirit.
Yeah. Hey, you ain't wrong though. You ain't wrong. You're out of pocket. You're out of pocket, but you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. Listen, it's gonna get to the point where to save money, they're gonna start hiring some of these ponies on Twitter to do some voiceovers for them. You're gonna see Red Dragon as Peter Parker next.
Yeah.
Damn.
J-Dub is Miles Morales.
And then we got your baby Farva out here with a $5 super chat saying, hey, look here. I don't feel bad for these ponies at all. They still delusional and need a dose of reality. 2024 is going to be rough for them. Shout out to Porter Rock that has me blocked on Twitter. They're saying the pain is coming. I know you remember that.
The pain is coming. Yeah, the pain is coming. The pain is coming.
The pain is here.
Yeah. Listen, it's not pain yet. We out here like Hellraiser.
It ain't pain yet. If this ain't
no.
pain yet,
We out here
J-Rock,
like
what is?
like the Hellraiser. You don't know pain yet. You're gonna see true suffering in 2024.
You have not begun to see true suffering.
Mm-hmm.
Cozy know a word for
Spare
word,
those
right?
tears. It's a waste of good suffering, right?
God
You
damn.
won't see sun.
All right, and then
Especially Ham if they close that studio down. That's rumored to be getting closed down.
which one was rumored to get closed down?
Oh, they didn't say. It was just a rumor.
Yeah, there was a rumor saying like a one studio, nothing specific, but one studio at Sony could be closed down.
I heard somebody say that they think it might be something like Media Molecule.
I thought Media Molecule was done already. I thought they were
Really?
done because
Don't they have the highest selling game? I have 50 million copies.
I have no idea.
Sackboy Adventure.
Oh, dude, I don't know. They might. They honestly might. I have no fucking
Well,
idea.
you know, yeah, Sackboy didn't do too hot on PC at all. Didn't even hit 100K.
Yeah.
And Sackboy is fun. I like Sackboy. I thought Sackboy was a good game, especially couch co-op. Like, I thought it was fun. It's too bad that game didn't get more love.
Little Big Planet and the sequel to PC.
Yeah, did Media Molecule so they did Sackboy. Did they do Little Big Planet back in the day?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, bring back Little Big Planet.
They bring back Little Big Planet, add in microtransactions. Bring back PlayStation Home, add in microtransactions. You know how much money those two would make?
Interesting. But let's keep it pushing because we got 2 more things to talk about before we get up out of here. We got about 20 minutes left. The next thing I wanted to bring up was something Insomniac also said as well, or was in the documents about that. But they said, J-Rock, correct me if I'm wrong, bro, but they said that they want Wolverine to have the same visual type of fidelity that Hellblade 2 has.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug, but listen, what they need about 12 teraflops of power to do that. True RDNA 2. Nah, they listen. Nah, they should be striving for that. I mean, I don't blame them. It is the benchmark right now. Looks phenomenal. But this goes back, right? Like I always tell the Xbox community, appreciate what you got, what these studios are giving you. Stop focusing so much on PlayStation and everything. Appreciate what you have, man, because these studios over here are giving you great single and multiplayer experiences day one. You got Game Pass. You're getting Hellblade 2 that looks phenomenal. I mean, Lord have mercy.
Big facts.
Bro, I thought Alan Wake 2 looked good. This game is looking...
It does.
Wild.
Hellblade looks better.
Wild. So appreciate what you have, Xbox community. We're in good hands. 2024 is looking great. We have an assortment of great games coming up. Different types of games. Something for everyone. That's what I love about Xbox, man. There's something for everyone.
Yeah, and I hate to cut you off, but we were just talking about that on, I believe, Tuesday with K Mega. And
shout outs to K Mega.
Yeah, K Mega dope. He wanted to be here, but he had to run some errands. But like I was saying earlier, like on Tuesday's show, that on PlayStation, it seems like you can compare a lot of their games. Even seeing the leaks from Wolverine, I was like, oh, that whole, see through the wall, people talking, Last of Us.
Yeah.
Some of the action in the game, Spider-Man. Some of the fierceness that you've seen within the character seemed like God of War. And it's not bad to compare.
Some Uncharted segments there.
Right. It's not that it's bad to compare some of these games, but it's just like, why does it feel like almost every game that Sony makes is like a comparison to something similar that Sony already does? And just to support some of my argument, I was like, if you look over at Nintendo, you're not comparing Zelda to Mario or Splatoon.
Because when you're living paycheck to paycheck, you need the next paycheck to hit, so they can't take chances.
And see, that's something to talk about. And look over at the other side of the fence with Xbox. We are not comparing Starfield with, Hi-Fi Rush. What part of Starfield are we going to compare with Hi-Fi Rush?
Yeah.
What part of Halo are we going to compare with Call of Duty?
They have guns.
What are we comparing to South Midnight?
You can't compare that to anything.
Anything.
So and I'm starting to hear more and more people on Twitter and stuff like that. Whether they're trolling or not, but it's hard to say they're lying when they say that sometimes it feels like Sony is a little creatively bankrupt.
Their creative games were not making them money, and they don't have the financial plays. Like Nintendo makes games very conservatively. They know how to operate within budget parameters, and they're not to rely on third parties because they couldn't. So they don't have that unique problem. Whereas Sony relied on third parties to get them the money to make the other stuff, so that puts them in a unique position where they don't have the freedom to just keep doing things. Like Nintendo has games that, like Pikmin. Us getting more Pikmin, despite the fact that it sells peanuts. Whereas a lot of Sony's more fun, more interesting, more creative games, they sold peanuts, so they had to scrap them.
Nintendo takes chances. They just use the familiar faces to do it, right? Like Zelda, Mario. They give you different variations of Zelda and Mario. Like they take chances with those characters.
That's smart too, because the community says that kind of stuff all the time too. Like, we've been saying this as of the last year that Halo needs different. They can use that Halo IP, but let's see something else. We don't need Master Chief for Halo to be dope.
Mm-hmm. The Halo universe, right? We love the Halo universe as is.
And they did take a couple chances with it, with like Halo Wars and stuff like that. But I'm trying to see Halo be like taken care of and like used differently, like Mario. Like I'd love to see it. I'd love to see a Halo.
You know what I would love to see from Halo? Let us see. We have all this customization from our own Spartans. Why can't we create a storyline where we create our own Spartan and lead our own team?
Yeah, that RPG
against
that
the flood,
about, like a Halo RPG, like
against the
like
flood,
a little Mass Effect, but Halo, right?
You guys know I want the Halo farming sim.
Oh, cozy.
The hell you farming in Halo?
No, you would just be like, it would take place around, like before Halo, right before Halo Reach. And it would just be people just trying to live their lives
on a ring. Like trying to okay.
As things slowly deteriorate, it would be like but center around farming. But if you've ever played a game like
Halo
Rune
Reach, but you're a
Factory,
farmer.
If you ever played a game like Rune Factory or Harvest Moon, they have a story where you're just doing things, and the story slowly evolves.
That might be cool if they do it like a Mass Effect where you're like the Pathfinder, and you're looking for these rings or another planet where you could set up a base or sign of the sort. That'll be all right.
Just saying, you can do interesting things.
You can, definitely.
Cozy trying to liberate planets and shit like that. Good old American Cozy.
But to be fair, they did have Halo Wars, which is a spin on the franchise.
Yeah, Gears Tactics. Gears
right.
did the same.
We just want more of it as Xbox fans.
Oh man. All right. Well, that's the second to last topic right there for our
the penultimate topic.
Yeah, that was a pretty fun one, yeah. But as for the last one that I wanted to kind of talk about, I'm wondering what you guys are excited for this upcoming year. I mean, obviously, Xbox is looking cool. PlayStation's, they're trying to do something, but I don't know what the hell is really going on up in there. Nintendo's going to do Nintendo, but like as for like third party and first party stuff from different places, what are you guys most looking forward to in this upcoming year? Whether it's the actual games itself or like announcement type of stuff.
From PlayStation or just in general?
Just in general.
Oh, for me, it's gonna be Stalker 2. I want to see what that team has been able to achieve through the war. Eager to support, eager to play. So that's my most anticipated game for next year. Hopefully it comes through. Hopefully it shows out. From what we've seen, it looks fantastic. From what I hear, it sounds great. So I'm eager to play that and support that team.
All right. Anything else?
First party wise, I want to see I can't wait for the showcase. I want to see more of Fable. I want to know if South of Midnight is gonna drop because I'm intrigued by that. I love the music. I love the vibes. I love that the bayou feel and aspect to it. I love that stuff, man. So I hope that game drops next year.
All right. I got another question to layer on top of that, but let me go through. Let me ask Cozy and Matt real quick first. Cozy.
Well,
looking forward to.
So as you know, my most anticipated game of this year was Broken Roads. That game has been delayed to next year. So continuing with that, my most anticipated games, because Broken Roads and Helldivers 2 both have been delayed till next year, and I'm really looking forward to seeing those games and playing them. And I'm also really looking forward to seeing what a lot of other studios have in the works. Mostly Obsidian, but yeah.
Yeah, I can't lie. Helldivers 2, I think I'm going to try that out. Because that game looks like it should be, because I'm really big into multiplayer co-op games.
It looks fun as hell.
And yeah, I'll definitely get that for the PlayStation. Give that a try. I don't see why not. Let's see, Matt, what you got?
Yeah, first party, I'm going Avowed because Obsidian's amazing, and I want a new Obsidian RPG. Third party, we're gonna go. It's tough. It's between Dragon's Dogma 2 and Star Wars Outlaws. Oh. Star Wars Outlaws looks like it could be pretty awesome. If they do it right, it could be very awesome. There might be a third game there. I'm interested in Stalker. I really am interested in Stalker for just like wanting to support that studio. I really want to support that studio. So whenever that comes out, I'll be getting that. But I think it's just those. There's more games, but those are the ones that stand out to me.
I want to see what the Coalition is cooking up too next year.
Oh yeah.
I'm really interested to see what Gear 6 looks like.
Okay. And then I guess for myself, I'll go on inside myself on this one. So things that I'm looking forward to, I guess third party wise, I'm right up there with Matt. I liked both of his answers for the third party one. So you said Dragon's Dogma. Yeah, Dragon's Dogma, that looked hot, and Star Wars Outlaws.
Yeah.
Both really interesting. I really respect so far of what I played on what Ubisoft did with Avatar.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I'm really interested in see how they use Star Wars. And they were already saying that it's not going to be as big and drawn out as like a Assassin's Creed, game. So I'm interested in seeing what they mean by not as big, because that game still is going to need to be somewhat big.
You would think, yeah.
So I'm interested in that. As for first party, absolutely interested in Hellblade, Avowed. And just like J Rock said, I want to see a little bit more on Fable and see what that's all about. They were saying, the trailer had some gameplay and stuff like that in it. I want them to, kind of break down some things that's going to be like different, and or improved, or in the game in comparison to like some of the previous titles and stuff like that. And I also wouldn't mind hearing from the comedian that's supposed to be in that game, right? The actor.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, Richard Iwate.
Yeah,
Richard Iwate.
Yeah, I'd like to see like kind of a developer diary kind of thing and see what made them kind of go with him and how he feels about it, and if he's played, Fable in the past and stuff like that. I'd like to hear from him. But one last kind of exiting question before I start doing our sign outs for all of us is, I want you guys to tell me something that you think might come that nobody's really expecting. And I'm going to go first on this. And you guys can kind of jump in however. I'm not going to pick anybody's specific name after I go, but I'm going to say two things. One thing I think is going to be dropped, and I think that's Contraband.
Oh, wow, yeah.
I think for some reason, I just have a feeling, I could be way wrong, but I have a feeling that Contraband is coming. And it's not going to be like a showstopper game probably, but it'll be something that's fun to play. I could see them dropping it like they dropped Hi-Fi Rush, where they're just like, here you go. Have a good day. Play co-op with your friends. See you later.
Cool. That'd be cool as hell.
The second one that I was gonna say is some news on Wu-Tang.
Oh yeah. The new Wu-Tang game.
Yeah. Whoever wants to go next, y'all going in.
I'm gonna go Clockwork Revolution. Because like, when did Wasteland 2 come out? That was like, or Wasteland 2, Wasteland 3 was like 2019, was it? And they've been from all reports working pretty hard on that since then. And I feel like there was even a report that they had that game like drawn up, ready to pitch before Wasteland 3 was even done. And it was one of the reasons that that Microsoft was so interested in acquiring them. I feel like that could come out. Like, I feel like a lot of people are expecting that for 2025. I feel like that could come out in 2024.
I can see it. I'm gonna say Viva Pinata.
Okay.
I believe.
Okay,
I believe. And when it happens, you're gonna be like, oh, and I'll be like, I told you so.
Cozy,
Yeah,
up with hope, down with dope. Up with hope, down with dope.
Your bird doesn't believe you.
Yeah, your bird ain't even buying it.
Nope.
Bird say it's Cap.
I'm gonna call Cap.
Yo, Root Factory 5 was like another one where I said it's going to happen, and people were like, no, and it did. So I think it's gonna happen again.
Let me see.
I don't think so.
Speculating. I have no idea. I will say late 2024 Outer Worlds 2. How about that?
Oh shit!
That would be nuts. That would be nuts.
Golly, that would certify Obsidian is like probably the hardest working studio ever.
Yeah, that'd be insane if they release Avowed and Outer Worlds 2 in the same year. That'd be psychotic.
That'll be insane.
Well, I see. I don't think they'd release it, but just to hear about what what they got cooking with that, because that last trailer was just a joke, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it'd be just kind of cool to hear, like, how they're putting this one together, or just see some footage from it at all, like some sort of like announcement trailer, like Avowed was initially announced or something like that, to where it's like actually like resemblance of the game without. I mean, sure, you can have a little bit of joking in there, but dull back on the joking and be a little bit more serious on this on the next one. That'd be interesting. But we've hit the time limit that that I've set for this specific episode. It's the holiday season, so I'm more interested in you guys getting out here, hanging out with your family, doing your thing, having a good time, playing games, most importantly. Or actually, I shouldn't say most importantly, because family is most important.
Games are more important.
But definitely getting out of here. So getting off of these Twitter streets, getting off of the mess that is very consistent out here in social media and whatnot. Just enjoy some time with family, friends, game on, do your thing. J-Rock, please, brother, let them know where they can find your mess. Yeah.
Like I always say, the Gremlins know where to find me. Ham Solo. You can find me on Twitter, breaking hooves on a daily basis and having fun with the community, man. Thank you for the invite, man. I know it was short notice.
Yes, it was. I appreciate it.
But I'm glad to be here. Glad to speak with Cozy and Matt. It was a great time. The chat was lit. It was funny as hell. I appreciate those guys in the chat, man. Thank you for stopping by. Hit the like button, subscribe for all this good Ham Solo content.
Oh Lord. Man, that was slithery right there. Cozy, going ahead and let everybody know where they can find you. For the first time, you get to speak for yourself.
Oh my goodness, I don't know what to say if Loke's not speaking for me. So you can find me wherever you find Cozy Belugas. I am available on Twitter, on Xbox or Microsoft platforms, and
Nintendo.
I stream on although usually I'm just playing Animal Crossing, and I occasionally stream on Twitch, and I a lot more often stream on TikTok, which I also have videos up.
That's what's up. I didn't even know you could like live stream on TikTok. Yeah. That's interesting.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Matt, go on ahead and let us let everybody know where they can find you in future podcasts.
Yeah. Check me out on Twitter, Matt Likes Games, YouTube, Matt Likes Games, videos every Monday and Friday, except for this Friday and next Monday. But videos Mondays and Fridays, 11 a.m. Eastern. And then on Wednesdays, I do the 2-player podcast with Ham Solo at 2 p.m. Eastern. That's on my channel as well. Check that out. And that is where you can find me.
Woohoo.
Absolutely. And you guys already know you can find me here every other Monday, but then every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. I'm also, like Matt just got done saying, I'm on his channel every Wednesday. I'm on K Mega's channel every Friday. And every other Monday, we got the crossover podcast that we do on my channel, and then we go back to his channel. So it's just kind of back and forth and whatnot to help support and help get people from one or from one channel to another, so they can support the both of us. Little shared love right there. But anyways, you guys out in the chat, whether you're here on YouTube or if you're on Twitter watching this or X or whatever the hell you want to call it, I appreciate all of you guys. Y'all have a wonderful holiday season. If I see you guys next week, that'd be awesome. But if you're just trying to take a break from all the noise that is gaming and Twitter and all this other stuff, I'll see you guys next year. This is your boy Ham Solo signing out for TSWS Gaming here on YouTube, letting you know to keep it gaming, keep it moving. Peace.